Review.
Fever Pitch is a film from 1997, starring Colin Firth,
Yes.
Ruth Gemmell, and Mark Strong.
Oh, yeah.
It charts the up and downs of a Arsenal-loving English teacher's life over the course of a historic season where Arsenal may or may not win the league.
Will they win the league?
Spoilers?
No, it's not a spoiler.
Spoilers?
If you're watching Fever Pitch,
yeah.
you know that Arsenal won the league in that year.
Not necessarily.
Yes, necessarily.
No.
Then why are you watching Fever Pitch?
You were making this assumption through our second film, Diego Maradona, that everyone knows everything about football.
Yeah.
People don't.
Yeah, but it's not a spoiler to see that Arsenal won the league.
It is.
Oh, anyway. It's like the most famous. Right, okay. Well, for some context for the listeners, you don't know much about sports, do you? Outside the NFL.
I know a little about football from 1993 to 1996.
Coming into this, Arsenal winning the league is not a spoiler.
Of course it is.
So you thought that it was in doubt that Arsenal wouldn't win the league in this 90s like romantic comedy play with Colin Firth wearing an unbranded Arsenal shirt?
No, I've seen the film before.
What? And you forgot?
No. But people, well, no one's ever going to listen to this, but if anyone did, they might not know that Arsenal won the league in 1989.
Yeah. So, when was the last time you think someone watched Fever Pitch?
Yesterday.
Oh, besides us?
10 years ago.
Was the last ever person to watch Fever Pitch?
Yeah.
And there's just been one more heartbeat on the Fever Pitch?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why did you want to watch Fever Pitch?
Because in episode 1 of this podcast, you mentioned the words Fever Pitch.
Yeah.
Which I thought was a Phil Collins film that you got free in a paper.
Yeah.
And you then showed me a picture of Colin Firth and Mark Strong as lads wearing Arsenal tops.
Yeah.
And I immediately wanted to watch this film because I like Mark Strong and Colin Firth.
Yeah.
Like I like them both. But them as a pair is one of my favourite movie pairs.
Really?
Yeah.
From
Tinker Tailor?
Yeah.
If you watch Tinker Tailor, that's one of your favourite pairs of people ever.
Yeah.
And it's about footy in the 90s, and it's lads, and it's going to be a bit crap. But it's going to be so enjoyable because they're busy mates watching the footy, watching Arsenal win the league.
Lads.
And they're spies.
What did you like about it?
So at the end of this, we said that it's not a rom-com.
Yeah.
This is an Arsenal film.
Yeah.
This is an Arsenal film about that season that just has a rom-com in it. We were going into it thinking that this is going to be a rom-com with all the tropes.
Yeah.
With Arsenal and football dressing on it kind of thing.
Yeah. You thought it was going to be like a 90s Ian Curtis.
90s Ian Curtis rom-com. It'd be a one shot of them just on a couch.
Smoking fags.
It's
in black and white.
Then getting up and then leaving for good.
Yeah. So you thought it'd be a 90s Richard Curtis style rom-com?
I thought it'd be like Notting Hill, but with Arsenal.
Oh, okay.
So before this, we played rom-com bingo. And we both picked 4 things that we thought would happen in this film. Mm-hmm. And it turns out, out of 8, there was only 3 that happened.
Yeah.
So I was pretty surprised at how not of an obvious rom-com it was. And it wasn't just trope after trope after trope.
Yeah.
It wasn't paint by the numbers.
No.
And considering it's about the man and the woman, there was no, you're watching them. You're watching how they meet and how this happens and how they have a big fallout and how they get together and become the best couple ever. You're just watching.
That is in it.
Yeah, but it's not like that rom-com couple.
No, their chemistry is fairly toxic.
they just seem like two real people. Like there's not a big chunk of the movie where they're not together and you want them to get back together. They're just constantly together and they just hate each other for a bit and then they like each other for a bit and then they get pissed off at each other. But they don't break up. They just didn't see each other that day. They were just pissed off at each other. Anyway, it just felt like an actual real relationship in a rom-com, which you don't really see.
I think we thought that at least I thought they shouldn't be together. I thought it's a divorce waiting to happen.
Yeah. You kept saying it. They're going to get divorced. They should have a kid. But they're only together through the power of Arsenal.
Yeah. What else did you like?
There was very good swearing in this film.
Yeah, naturalistic swearing.
Yeah, not like, haha, look at Colin Firth swearing.
Yeah.
Oh, the woman swear. Oh, the best mate. Oh, she's a potty mouth.
Yeah.
They were just swearing at each other. They were just kept telling each other to fuck off.
Yeah.
You, how can you like Arsenal this much? Fuck off. You think he's going to be very sensible? And in this, he's a ciggy smoking, swearing Arsenal lad.
Yeah. There's a lot of ciggy smoking in this film.
Yeah, one of our things on our list, on our bingo cards, was one of mine was smoking a ciggy. I think 30 seconds inside a school.
Immediately a character lights up a fag in this. Immediately.
And everyone's just having a smoke.
A pregnant woman lights up a fag in this.
And knows that it's not good for her. Mark Strong, his eye acting.
Yeah.
He only does it for a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's all like Colin Firth is having a breakdown behind him.
Yeah.
Because bloody Arsenal aren't scoring the winning goal. And
he's having a breakdown because they're winning.
They're going to win the league. And Mark Strong's watching the football.
Yeah.
And his eye acting, where his eyes are just going everywhere.
Yeah.
And any other you'd think is stupid. But I just enjoyed it because it's Mark Strong hanging out with Colin Firth.
Oh, okay,
and he's doing mad eye acting, watching the footy.
Yeah.
Did you like anything else?
I don't know if you pronounce her name, Gemmell or Gemmell.
I would assume that it's Gemmell.
I thought the love interest, Ruth Gemmell, was good in this. Considering I recognise her a little.
I have no idea who she is.
Yeah, I don't think she might have been big at the time. And the majority of her scenes are emotional scenes with Colin Firth.
Yeah.
And I think she holds her own against Colin Firth in those scenes.
She doesn't feel like she's reading a rom-com script.
No.
She feels like she's just genuinely pissed off at Colin Firth.
Yeah, because he bloody loves that Arsenal, doesn't he?
He loves Arsenal.
Bloody loves him.
I think we're understating a little bit of how much Arsenal is in this.
Yeah, the Reds. Everyone loves the Reds, don't they?
It's not the Reds. That's what annoyed me a little bit. Like, what annoyed me a little bit is someone in the crowd says, "Come on, the Reds."
Yeah.
It's a football film.
Yeah.
The Reds aren't Arsenal.
They wear red?
No, they're the Gunners. They have it on his pants. They make a point of telling you that they're up the Gunners. Go on, you Gunners.
Yeah.
Oh, go on, Reds. No.
Have they never been referred to as the Reds?
They're the Gunners. Liverpool are the Reds.
Yeah.
Just bugged me a little bit. Just because of the detail of the football, like they got right, I liked.
Yeah.
And the things they got wrong really bugged me because it's just wrong. As a football fan, and you know this stuff, it's just wrong. Was
there much stuff that they got wrong?
Just like you go to the match and everyone's wearing a brown jacket.
Yeah. What, in the 70s?
He had, what was this little badge?
Yeah, the little rosette.
A rosette that said Arsenal on it.
Yeah.
His old-fashioned Arsenal top.
Yeah.
Which I thought was a license issue. But then Mark Strong just strolls in like Adidas clad Arsenal top, two of them. Did you notice that he was wearing the same shirt that they were wearing in the Liverpool match?
The JVC shirt?
No, not the yellow one.
The away shirt?
Yeah, so Mark Strong was always wearing the correct shirt of what the players were wearing.
Oh, okay.
Did you notice that?
No, I didn't know.
I got onto that straight away.
I did like the production design and the costume for this film.
Really?
Yeah. Mainly, we'll get onto it with the second film, but I just really like seeing old football memorabilia.
Like the lamp. The Arsenal lamp.
No, just the shirts.
The old football shirts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think the costumes were good as well.
What costumes?
Because it was filmed in the mid-90s.
Yeah.
But it's set in the late 80s.
And the 60s. I guess that's like you doing a film based in 2009 and 2012.
Yeah, which we watched the other week.
Which one?
Uncut Gems, set in 2012.
Oh, right. And it could have just been set now.
No, because The Weeknd's not up and coming now,
right,
is
yeah,
it?
because The Weeknd's not up and coming now. He just spits at people.
Yeah, I just like all the baggy clothes and things.
The bad jeans.
Yeah,
he's just got
bad jackets.
Like leather shoes with blue jeans and a footy top.
Yeah.
During this film, you not shouted, but you exclaimed, "Reebok Classics."
Yeah, Mark Strong's got a bit of Reebok Classics on.
He's got Reebok Classics on.
Yeah.
That's enough to bring them back, isn't it? Just show everyone them and sales of Reebok Classics will shoot up.
Yeah, through the roof, mate.
Reebok Classics.
What didn't you like?
Okay, besides all the off-putting, obvious, like they're on about Highbury.
Yeah.
At the Arsenal Stadium at the time. And they go to Highbury to watch the match.
Mm-hmm.
And they just stood in like a Sunday League stand.
Oh, yeah.
And it could have been all standing, but there was never any like interior. They could have used old footage from a match.
Yeah.
It was just literally them just stood there on like a sound stage.
On an obvious set, yeah.
It's like just throw in some little footage of a game.
Yeah.
Just to make it less obvious. But I guess that's not the point.
There was no You're right, there was no footage, was it? It was a whole scene a tight focus on a tiny segment of the crowd.
Yeah, on like maybe 10.
And you can tell
it's people.
Yeah, you can just tell that it's 20 people on a set.
Yeah, you can tell where the camera is placed on that set.
Yeah,
you can tell where just throw in a bit of footage or the obvious people behind them that was quiet clapping.
Yeah.
I was like, what's he doing?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, he's not allowed to make any noise because they're putting the crowd noise in post. And
yeah. And there was a few of the scenes set in some of the flats. It just looked like TV sets.
It probably was.
Yeah. Because they spent all the money on that one shot of the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
And you have the
coming out of Highbury shot.
Yeah, exactly, where the camera's on a crane and it rises up.
That goes on for ages.
Yeah, you need a full street to be dressed as the 70s.
Like a big camera rig.
Yeah. You need so many 70s costumes and 70s cars, and you need to close off a whole street.
A million rosettes.
Just for that, yeah.
Especially outside Highbury, which I guess it might not be.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it was, though.
Yeah.
But that shot went on for way too long.
Yeah, because that's the money shot in it as well.
They have to use as much as that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, apart from that, that was my biggest problem, but I knew that was going to happen. If you go into any football film, that's why, football is not cinematic.
No.
It was you said the costumes were good.
Mm-hmm.
The costumes are really bad. But you enjoyed them because they were bad.
Yeah.
Like his baggy jeans.
Yeah.
And his horrible shoes.
Yeah.
Reebok Classics.
Yeah, and his bad leather jacket.
The wigs. There were so many bad wigs.
I only noticed one.
Him as a kid.
No, his mum.
And him as a kid. And probably him as an adult.
That wasn't a wig.
Yeah, that was so bad.
Faith wasn't wigging it, was it?
It could have been.
I don't think so.
Was it just so because he had to look like that kid? He just had to have mad hair because once he watched Arsenal, that's it. I'm keeping this look for life.
No, it's because he's a slouchy, lazy person who doesn't care about his appearance.
He's a slob.
All he cares about is Arsenal.
He's a lad, isn't he?
Yeah.
And Mark Strong's just bald. Like, Mark Strong looks really cool in this. For being in the 90s.
Yeah.
Is it because it's meant to look like Mark Strong's his mate that's got a good job, a cushy job?
Yeah.
Whereas he doesn't want a cushy job, he just wants enough to go watch Arsenal.
Well, he says he's got enough to pay his rent and enough for a season ticket and a couple of records a month.
Enough for a season.
That's all he needs.
Arsenal. Oh, there's so much Arsenal.
Up the Gooners.
A big thing that I didn't like in it was the Hillsborough thing.
Yeah.
That made me very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
They use Hillsborough as a device for her to get angry at him.
Yeah, I think they're trying to use it to make a point.
Like about safety, and
Yeah.
you've got to be safe during the match.
Yeah, maybe that's better handled in the book.
Another one was when the lad who's in the school cup final shits the bed, misses the penalty, and then everyone just walks up and goes home.
Then they all go home.
I mean, it's a nice little speech that he gives to the kid, but he's just, penalty missed. That's it. See ya. It's like no one. The winning team go home. No one. The whistle doesn't even go.
No.
He misses it, and everyone goes home. But that's like another problem of sports movies, isn't it? Fitting that little time gaps that sports have.
Yeah.
You can't just watch the game die out on a kid's football.
No, on a high school, like 5-a-side game.
And the best friends run.
So the love interest and her best friends are out running. They have a weird little subplot about they jog, and it's sort of brought back at the end when the love interest is running through the street.
Yeah, because Colin Firth is sorry and needs to find her, so it's like, oh, she goes jogging.
But there's a scene where the love interest and her best friend run through the park, and it's obvious that the actress playing the best friend has never ran in her life.
Or doesn't go jogging.
No, just never ran in her life.
She's got a bad run.
It's awful.
Just through the woods.
It's like a little skippy run with her hands out to the side.
We'll go through this.
Whilst Ruth Devil's actually jogging in front of her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like Colin Firth has to slow down because he's going to catch her up too quick.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What didn't you like about it?
A lot of the supporting actors are awful.
Yeah.
Like, really awful.
Like, outside of Colin Firth, Mark Strong, and the girl. Ruth Gemmell.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Yeah.
The dad. I like the dad.
Yeah, there's a couple of people who are okay, but like the minor characters are like they've never worked before.
No.
Yeah, like that cabbie.
Oh, the cabbie.
It's terrible.
I'm not going that way.
Yeah.
I'm taping the match.
Yeah.
Are you a fan of Arsenal? No. Who's your best one? Who's your best one?
My best one?
Yeah.
Apart from Arsenal.
It's obviously Arsenal.
Up the Gooners.
Will they win the league?
Maybe.
No, they do.
Maybe.
1989, 2-0 away at Liverpool. Everyone knows that.
Maybe. Or does Kenny Dalglish's side rally round and beat them?
Spoilers.
Colin Firth.
He's your best one.
Yeah.
Because he's Colin Firth.
Yeah.
And he's a spy. He's like, oh, I've just got to go to give him a message. What message? Oh. Pew, 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 pew.
Who's your best one?
Mark Strong.
Really?
Yeah. When he's there, you just enjoy every moment of whatever he's doing.
Oh, okay. Like when he's putting that
when he's doing the gravel art. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he runs off because they're going to battle him.
Yeah.
And the bit when he's a spy and he's in Hungary at the beginning of Tinker Tailor.
Oh, yeah. Solid.
Also, I said that the school that Colin Firth works at in Fever Pitch could be the same school that Mark Strong.
Yeah.
ends up at.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, just Mark Strong, because I was severely disappointed that he wasn't in it as much as I thought he was going to be.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And every bit he was in, boss. Who was your worst one?
Mark Strong.
What?
Mark Strong.
Shut up. No, he's not.
Yeah.
Why?
Because he's playing the best friend.
Mm-hmm. Amazingly.
But it's a comedy character.
Yeah.
And
in a rom-com.
Mark Strong
plays
deadpan comedy very well.
Yeah.
And in this, he's not playing deadpan comedy.
Very well.
He's playing mildly wacky best friend.
And he's great at it.
And he's not great at it.
He's so good at it.
He's not.
It's so funny.
No.
It's not funny. In fact, you know what? Change that to another person and that would be annoying.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's great. I'm just saying I enjoy. He's my best one because I enjoyed it a lot.
Okay.
I didn't laugh. I know I laughed when he couldn't play Subbuteo because he got confused when he was Everton and he's not Arsenal anymore, so he had to start again.
Yeah.
But change that to someone else. Yeah, change that to anyone else, and it would be insufferable. It'd be horrible.
Yeah.
But Mark Strong, you accept it because you can see Colin Firth and Mark Strong watching Arsenal together.
His wacky performance was a bit wonky. Didn't really work.
Did you like it when they won the league and they put their heads together?
Nope.
Yeah.
Who's your worst one?
Arsenal.
Why?
Because it's just too much Arsenal.
Yeah. It is Arsenal heavy, isn't it?
It's so much Arsenal. Like, if you went on the IMDb keywords for this, it would just be Arsenal.
Arsenal. Lampshade.
No, not even that. Just Arsenal. Arsenal, 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 Arsenal. And
boxes.
It's not a football film. It's not a rom-com.
Yeah.
It's an Arsenal film.
Oh, okay, yeah.
First and foremost, I mean, it is them things.
It's about one man's obsession with Arsenal.
Yeah. He loves Arsenal, and it's how his life evolves around Arsenal.
Yeah.
It's not. It is a rom-com, but it's Arsenal first.
Yeah.
It's like he wanted to write a film about what he loves. I think he must be an Arsenal fan. I don't think
Nick
he
Hornby.
is, because there's not much Arsenal thing. It's just the word Arsenal all the time, and it's the basic Arsenal stuff. Would you recommend it?
Only if you've ran out of Colin Firth and Mark Strong films to watch.
Do you think you could intercut it with Tinker Tailor?
Leave Tinker Tailor alone.
Yeah, no, that's true. I'm sorry, Tinker Tailor.
It's a bit more of an interesting 90s rom-com.
Yeah.
Than the others.
It's just because it's not colour by numbers.
Yeah, because that relationship is like toxic and they're not going to last. Would you?
No.
Why not? You love football.
It's a bit shit.
What would you score it?
I would give it a 5, which is totally fine, totally meh, very forgettable. What's your score?
5.
Again, totally forgettable, totally meh.
Didn't hate it. And it's cynical and doesn't do the obvious rom-com tropes.
It didn't get boring.